one of our executive VPs was like, sat me down and ran through the process one day, and he was like, the magic is going to happen when, because I'm always like, oh, I have a dumb question, I have this dumb question, like, because I don't know that much about manufacturing. And he's like, there's never a dumb question. He's like, that's where the magic happens, is like where you can ask those dumb questions, quote unquote, of manufacturing, and they can ask the same about design, and you guys can really come together. So right now as a company, we're like my boss is running these exercises on, like, these visioning exercises to get everybody sort of aligned. And so that like manufacturing, engineering, design, facilities, construction, just so that we're all kind of moving toward the same goals. And so then our sort of guardrails or bumpers start to kind of align, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
So we're all kind of working outside of our own boxes, which is intense, and yeah, but cool, really cool.
Really cool. I'm picturing like a Venn diagram, and every, you got manufacturing, you got the environmental side, you got all the different sides, and those are all like bubbles, and they are all overlapping. And then there's that one little zone where they all overlap perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that's where the idea sits.
Yeah.
And when you guys work together, when everybody like works together with the same vision or like the same overall intention, and then their own individual needs and desires for the situation, as long as everybody's like respectful with each other, then you can get like such cool, like dynamic concepts. And that's where like original ideas come out of, is like putting all these things together and then like seeing how they stack up.
Yeah, I mean, like, I think also like everybody being respectful, but also like there's going to be tension, because I mean, I'm going to ask questions and challenge maybe the way that a manufacturing line would typically be built for efficiency purposes, which would, hopefully spark some thoughts, and they would do the same about design. And so I think, I think a lot comes out of that tension too. And when you say Venn diagram, like, I think last time I talked about this idea of edge condition, which always has been like this, like, really fascinating part of like an ecosystem or even design, like people, in a plaza space will typically not occupy the center, they'll occupy the edges. I mean, in like where the forest meets the meadow, that's sort of the most dynamic and most diverse part of the landscape. And so I think like where that overlap happens in that Venn diagram becomes this like really rich, beautiful area. And so we're trying to like highlight that in these facilities too, and make it so it's not just another place where we're building cars, because the world doesn't sort of need another manufacturing facility, but it's a place where people can come and learn about like these new processes, or we can start to potentially influence future facilities.